Sunday, I had Jamie and Bobby and their families over to eat. Jamie said, Mama, it's just been such a long time since I had one of your home cooked meals. Would you cook for us? And I said, you know I would, son. Just tell me what you want. And so I fixed it. And Jack and Maddie came in and wanted to know where the recipe for my lemonade that I make. Because last time Sullivan was here, Sullivan and Matthew came in here and made the best pitcher of lemonade you ever tasted. So I pulled out my juicer. And Jamie said, Mama, tell me about that. I said, well, son, this is very, very old. It's from the 50s. And I adore it. It works better than anything new that you could buy today. And this belonged to my Uncle Bob. And Uncle Bob was a bachelor. He didn't marry until he was like 40 years old. And he's the one that worked at Cypress Gardens. And then he got into modeling, moved to New York and modeled up there. And he married a wonderful woman named Beth. And I was over at their house not too long ago, and Beth said, Paula, there's something that I want you to have because I think you would appreciate it more than anybody. So before Uncle Bob went to New York, he lived at home with Mom and Dad, and that was in Winter Haven, Florida. And their whole yard was nothing but grapefruit and orange trees. So every morning he could go out, pick him some fruit and come in and juice his grapefruit and his oranges and have fresh juice every morning. So Jamie said, I want that, Mama. I said, okay, put your name on it. He said, no, I'm taking it tonight. I said, no, not tonight. Oh, I forgot the bowl to put under it. That could have been disastrous. Look at the job that thing does, Eddie. I mean, it gets every bit of it. I'll turn it around. Is that better?
Yep.
So you can see it. And it's got a little, like a little grate inside of this. I'll show you. And it catches all the seeds, which is really great when you're doing lemons and oranges because they got so many seeds.
Smells so good.
Doesn't it smell delicious?
It smells like when you go through the orchard on Soarin'.
Oh my gosh. Eddie's talking about the ride at Disneyland, Disney World, where that soaring ride. I love that ride. All right, now come on, little fingers, get down there and get it. Limes don't hardly have any seeds in them, not like a lemon does. But you can see there was not the first seed. Not the first seed in there. So, that's the story. So, I have felt so guilty that I told Jamie he could not take it home. I'm going to give it to him this weekend. I just feel so guilty because Jamie is my child, that he has a real attachment to anything that's got a story that's been in our family a long time. And right after Jamie said that, Bobby was in the living room, and he said, Mama, and Bobby never has asked me for anything. He said, Mama, you know this thing right here that you told me that Daddy gave it to you for which anniversary? It was said he gave it to me on our 10th wedding anniversary, son, and it came from an Ethan Allen store. And you and your girlfriend at the time, y'all all lived with us, and y'all had to have a rabbit. And I was crazy, I think, starting up the bag lady. So I went in the living room one day, and that little rabbit was just eating away at my fern stand. I don't know what happened to that rabbit. I certainly didn't hurt it. I think they may have given it to somebody that grows rabbits. But you want to see it, Eddie? Yeah, but have you seen where the rabbit chewed on it? I said, great time of day. I can't have nothing, y'all. But this is it. This is it. So Bobby said, well, Mama, I sure would like to have that. And Jamie said, Mama, you know, I remember crawling up that when I was like 2 years old. So there's was Jamie's memories.
They haven't spoken to your doctor or anything, are they? I mean,
no.
Why are they putting their names on things right now?
I don't know, but you know that was what if my grandmama's Eddie.
How are you?
I know she had an old Christmas head. You know, like little a Santa Claus head. And I said, Grandma, I don't want you to leave, but when you leave, could I have that? And she said, put your name on it, Paula, and there's some tape in there. My name is still on it where I wrote it 50 years ago, maybe. So that's what you have to do. Put your name on it.
Hey, y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.